The Cairo of the 1950s was a city buzzing with life. It was a kaleidoscope of ancient traditions and modern aspirations, a place where the scent of spices from bustling souks mixed with the hum of new automobiles navigating its crowded streets. Along the banks of the timeless Nile River, feluccas with their elegant triangular sails glided past grand colonial-era buildings. Egypt was standing at a crossroads. It was a nation shaking off the dust of its past and looking towards a bold new future. In this atmosphere of change and palpable excitement, a powerful idea began to take root: to build a monument that would not just touch the sky, but would also announce Egypt's modern strength to the entire world. This dream was not just about architecture, it was about national identity. The air was thick with the revolutionary spirit led by President Gamal Abdel Nasser. He envisioned an Egypt that was strong, independent, and a leader in the Arab world. What better way to symbolize this vision than with a structure that would dominate the city's skyline? The plan was ambitious, a testament to a nation ready to define its own destiny. This new landmark would stand as a powerful counterpoint to the ancient pyramids, a symbol not of a glorious past, but of a vibrant and promising future, born from the will of the Egyptian people themselves. The chosen location was the green and leafy island of Gezira, a jewel nestled in the heart of the Nile. It was the perfect stage for such a grand project. Imagine the scene in 1956 at the groundbreaking ceremony. The sun beat down as officials, engineers, and citizens gathered with a shared sense of anticipation. There was a tangible feeling of history in the making. Shovels broke the rich, dark earth, not just starting a construction project, but laying the foundation for a new chapter in Egypt's long and storied history. This was more than just a building, it was a promise cast in hope and ambition. The architect chosen for this monumental task was Naum Shabib. He was an Egyptian architect with a brilliant and forward-thinking mind. His vision was to create something that was undeniably modern, yet deeply rooted in Egyptian heritage. He looked to the ancient symbols that had defined his culture for millennia. He found his inspiration not in the pyramids or temples, but in a more delicate and organic form, the lotus flower. This sacred plant, which rises from the muddy waters to bloom in radiant beauty, was the perfect metaphor for a new Egypt rising to claim its place in the sun. With the plans finalized and the ground broken, the real work began. The construction site became a hive of activity, a testament to human ingenuity and relentless effort. Hundreds of Egyptian workers and skilled engineers swarmed the area, their combined energy driving the project forward day by day. The rhythmic clang of metal on metal and the shouts of foremen echoed across the island of Gezira, a symphony of progress. Slowly, impressively, a complex web of wooden and steel scaffolding started to climb towards the heavens, creating a skeletal outline of the magnificent structure that was to come. It was a painstaking process, a dance of precision and labor under the watchful Egyptian sun. The tower was built using reinforced concrete, a material that symbolized modernity and strength. Ton after ton of this durable mixture was hoisted upwards, poured into molds to form the tower's sleek, cylindrical body. The structure grew taller with each passing month, a steady and visible measure of the nation's progress. For the people of Cairo, watching the tower ascend was a daily spectacle. They could see it from their balconies, from the bustling bridges, and from the decks of the feluccas on the Nile. The tower was not being built in isolation, it was rising in full view of the public, becoming part of the city's very soul, even before it was complete. As the main shaft reached its final height, the focus shifted to the top. Here the architect's vision of a lotus flower would truly come to life. The workers, now perched high above the sprawling city, began the intricate task of creating the crown. This open, lattice-work design was a marvel of engineering. It was designed to resemble the petals of a blooming lotus, a delicate yet strong feature that would define the tower's character. This was the most challenging part of the construction, requiring immense skill and courage from the workers who carefully assembled the mosaic-like exterior, piece by piece, against the backdrop of the sky. The tower eventually reached its majestic height of 187 meters, making it the tallest structure in all of Africa at the time. It soared above everything else in Cairo, a slender, elegant needle pointing towards the future. From its peak, the city unfolded below like a living map, a breathtaking panorama of mosques, minarets, and modern avenues stretching out to the desert horizon. The construction had taken 5 long years of hard work and dedication. The result was not just a concrete column, but a work of art that seamlessly blended modern engineering with the timeless beauty of ancient Egyptian symbolism. Behind the scenes of this grand national project lay a fascinating secret, a story of international politics and defiant pride. The funding for the Cairo Tower did not come from a public works budget or a foreign loan. Instead, it came from money that had a much more clandestine origin. The United States government had secretly given President Nasser a substantial sum of money, around $3 million, as a personal gift. The intention was for Nasser to use it for his own purposes, a quiet attempt to influence his political allegiance during the tense climate of the Cold War. It was meant to be a bribe. President Nasser, however, was a man of immense national pride and a fierce proponent of Egyptian independence. He was deeply offended by this covert attempt to buy his loyalty. He saw the money not as a gift, but as an insult to his integrity and to the sovereignty of his nation. Instead of quietly pocketing the funds, he decided to use them in the most public and audacious way possible. He channeled the entire sum into the construction of the Cairo Tower, turning a secret political maneuver into a towering, very visible symbol of Egyptian defiance. The tower would be a permanent message to the world. This act transformed the tower's meaning entirely. It was no longer just a feat of modern architecture, it became a monument to anti-colonial sentiment and national self-respect. Nasser famously nicknamed it Roosevelt's erection in private, and later, it was more publicly known as Waqf el-Amrican, or the American's endowment, a subtle and enduring joke at the expense of the CIA. Every inch of its 187-meter height was a declaration that Egypt could not be bought. The story of its funding became a source of immense pride for Egyptians, a tale of turning a potential humiliation into a triumphant statement of strength and principle. When the Cairo Tower was finally completed and officially inaugurated in 1961, it was a moment of profound national celebration. It stood tall and proud, a testament not only to Egyptian ingenuity, but also to its leaders' clever political victory. The tower was a concrete representation of Nasser's vision for a modern, assertive Egypt that stood on its own terms. For the people, it was more than just a landmark. It was a source of inspiration, a reminder that their nation was capable of great things and would bow to no foreign power. The secret story of its funding only added to its legendary status. Imagine the morning of the tower's inauguration. Before the city fully awakens, a soft golden light begins to stretch across the eastern horizon. The first rays of the sun catch the very top of the newly finished Cairo Tower, illuminating its lotus-inspired crown. The intricate mosaic tiles shimmer, reflecting the gentle light like 1,000 tiny jewels. Below, the mighty Nile River is a ribbon of liquid silver, calm and serene in the early morning quiet. The tower stands as a silent guardian over the sleeping city, a bridge between the earth and the sky, between the past and the future. As the sun climbs higher, its warm light spills down the tower's elegant form, tracing its clean lines and smooth concrete surface. The city of Cairo slowly begins to stir. The first calls to prayer echo from the ancient minarets, a sound that has greeted the dawn for centuries. Now, a new voice has joined this morning chorus, the silent, powerful presence of the tower. It casts a long shadow over the island of Gezira, a shadow that reaches out towards the heart of the bustling metropolis. It has become an inseparable part of the cityscape, as iconic and as essentially Cairene as the pyramids on the Giza Plateau. From the tower's observation deck, the view is simply breathtaking. The entire history of Egypt seems to lie at your feet. To the west, the Great Pyramids stand as timeless monuments to an ancient civilization's power and faith. To the east, the medieval citadel of Saladin presides over Islamic Cairo's labyrinth of streets, and all around, the modern city pulses with the energy of millions of lives. The tower offers a unique perspective, a place where all of Egypt's different ages and stories converge into one magnificent sprawling tapestry. It is a view that inspires a deep sense of awe and connection to this incredible land. The Cairo Tower, born from a secret and built with pride, had achieved its purpose. It was more than just a tourist attraction or a communications tower, it was the heart of modern Cairo. It symbolized a nation's journey, its defiance, its dreams, and its enduring spirit. As the sun fully illuminates the city, the tower stands resolute, a beacon of hope and a testament to what a nation can achieve when it dares to reach for the sky. It is a majestic icon, forever watching over the Nile, a timeless symbol of Egyptian ambition that greets every new dawn with silent concrete grace.